Why'd they bother doing so many things to me? Why did they bother having an early day that like means no one's available?
I really don't know.
Like, these are the little details in games that just don't make sense. But I got sidetracked, and now I'm gonna rant about stories. Characters in like stories like this who save their points for later end up underpowered. Like, unless they're gaining more points than more people, like on average than most people, then they're underpowered, and saving their points isn't actually going to help them, it's going to hinder them. Because, say for instance, if you're like a defensive character and you put your points into defense stuff, if you're saving points just sitting on a whole like handful of them, like several levels worth, then when the bad guys come for you and they're also like punching above their weight class, they're just gonna smite you because you're not gonna be able to withstand them because you didn't spend your points like a silly little fool. And that is my rant. If I go too far in, I'm gonna end up looping all the way back around several times. So, unless you haven't heard my school story rant. Oh, okay. Sorry, I have made the determination earlier today that Harry Potter does barely count as a school story. Barely. But only just barely.
Because the amount of time it spends on school is minimal?
No, actually. I don't mind school stories that spend minimal time in like a classroom situation.
Okay, wait,
because
is it because you, the reader, learns nothing?
No.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to go over a couple criteria for a school story. A school is a place of learning. Now, it doesn't have to be a classroom. It can be like a mentorship role where like maybe characters go to this certain city and there's like a bunch of mentors there and like they have to get like become an apprentice of one or something. There's a bunch of different ways, right? They can become like a person who learns things.
Martial arts dojo.
What's that?
Martial arts dojo.
Yeah, like a dojo or like a sect or like something, or there's a lot of like a military academy. Although that one is more school-like than not. There are places
boy, is it.
and ways to learn.
Sorry, that was me getting hit with some flashbacks. Because you said military academy, and the one thing I don't like about the Trails of Cold Steel games is that they're set in a school and you have tests. Okay, anyway, continue.
Basically, there's lots of ways for school stories to work. My general idea for a school story that has to fit within these parameters for it to actually be a school story is: one, the students have to spend, if not a lot of written time, actually learning. That they do like learning tasks, like exploring concepts, research, reading in a library. Like, even if it's not like actually written down through chapters and chapters of them actually reading a book inside a book, it has to be mentioned that, oh, they spent a somewhat decent amount of time actually reading. It's like, I've spent 2 weeks researching this thing. Here's what I've come up with. It doesn't have to be that, but it could be vaguely that. Like, it doesn't have to be like a percentage of their time reading or learning. It could just be a decent amount of time. It really depends on the story. Like in Harry Potter, there's actual classes they go to where they learn in. And those are just happening kind of all the time in the background of the actual story that's going on. At least for the most part. That is a point towards it being a school story. Another point for school story is there has to be, if it is set in like an establishment thing. I don't know what this is, but I'm bringing it with me.
It's a nice hat.
Yeah. So for instance, in Hogwarts, you can earn points and you can like basically you get rewarded if your assigned house wins and gets the most points at the end of the year. Like that's something. Like you get punished and rewarded for doing things both good. Like, you know, you don't get punished for doing good things, but there's like a reward structure where it is actually detrimental for people to act badly. In some stories, there are schools that have essentially basically no rules for like the upper class, like the actual like nobles, or the teachers don't care and will like generally overlook like really bad bullying. And in some stories, actual maiming of other students for their resources. And that's not a school story, that's a death pit. So there has to be some consequences, even if it is like a lighter sentence because the school is biased towards like nobles or something. There has to be some consequences for bad actions and or a way for students who are there to learn to be protected by people who are not there to learn. Like a rich nobleman's like daughter or whatever can cause a lot of havoc because of their resources and wealth and power in social like the hierarchy. And if they're basically free reign and basically enslaving like the entire lower classmen, what's the point of your story in a school? Just make it like a slave sect or something. So that there needs to be a way and a system that actually punishes and protects students that are doing well, and punish the students that are doing bad.
Punish the students that are doing well.
Yes, punish them for doing well. You know, like a system that actually is there to uphold a place of learning. Right? Like, what's the place of learning if you can be beaten within half an inch of your life for most of the year and have to spend it all recovering? You're not going to pass any tests or learn anything for that matter because you just can't do anything. So Harry Potter does this because it has the house system that rewards and punishes students so they don't want to act badly to lose all their points. Though a point against it is that a lot of stuff Harry Potter learns and does is actually outside the bounds of the school. Like he goes and steals knowledge from the library. He please pay the toll. Oh no. Heavy hamster traffic. Where's the toll? I want to pay my toll. And then steal the piggy bank that's collecting all of it. But other than that, generally, Harry Potter is a school story. And it's not very hard to fall into those parameters. But a lot of stories tend to miss those and call themselves school stories when they're just not. Like, I used this as an example earlier, but A Deadly Education is set within a quote-unquote school, but it's really just like a magical, like, maze for monsters. And the students are just there because they're the best food for the monsters, and so it's the trap for the monsters to be there. There is, like, classes and stuff, but, like, they don't really learn from, like, a teacher or any, like, establishment. They just kind of have to discover magic on their own. And try to survive. A lot of them die. There's no punishment system because there's no one there to actually hold up any sort of, like, rule set. Other than, you know, don't die. There's no, like, established authority there. It's all self-made. Ow. I'm getting wrecked by these. I swear I missed something. And while it does technically take place mostly in a school, and the students do spend a lot of time learning, again, it's mostly just a death pit. Where if you come out alive, then you must have learned something, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, please pay the toll, sure. I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna murder. Okay. Alright, I can't do a murder. If you couldn't tell, I dislike stories who lie about the premises.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's the school story rant over. We got very sidetracked. What was this Jag X co-op survival game? Hey, I can kill him! Sure. Ah, get him! Get him!
That is called RuneScape Dragon Wilds.
Interesting.
And it is a co-op survival craft, but RuneScape.
Is it first person? Is it third person? Is it isometric? Is it?
Seems like it's just third person.
Okay.
The screenshots don't really. You know what? Here's a trailer.
Sure. I will check that out later. Those are you gonna watch it real quick?
I'm currently watching it.
Okay.
We got some nice environment shots. I'll narrate.
Is it with the RuneScape graphics, old school RuneScape graphics, or is it like modern?
Oh no, it's like 2025 graphics.
Oh.
Yep, we got light rays. We got flowers waving in the wind. We got grass textures. We got underground areas with like actually good looking wall textures. How'd they manage that? That won't work on the Switch.
That's crazy.
Good old swampy swamp.
I bet it will run better than Pokemon on the Switch.
Anything is better than Pokemon on the Switch in terms of textures. Oh man.
Ah.
Nice.
I know I did it.
Okay, so this all I'm seeing here is environment shots. The trailer is almost over. And I have not seen any gameplay yet.
It looks
now
pretty,
now there's a wizard-looking dude standing there. He's Breath of the Wilding it.
How is he a wizard? Does he have a hat?
He has a hat and a really big staff.
Okay, that's pretty wizardy.
And he's got the robes. Okay, how about the other trailer? Hey, look, there's people moving around. Okay, that's a dragon. Yeah. Oh! Somebody's pulling. Oh! Okay. We have base building. We've got some combat going on. Okay. And that's it. It's over. So,
I mean, it's a reveal trailer, so that's pretty neat, I suppose.
it was a reveal trailer, and then there are two trailers currently: a reveal trailer and a look how pretty our game is trailer. Which, honestly, fair.
It looks pretty. I hope we have more details later. Unless,
I mean, it was just announced, so give them time.
Yeah. I just don't want it to be one of those things where we just load basically nothing unless it, other than it looks pretty.
No, the first trailer, in like the 30 seconds that first trailer had, it told me all I needed to know. It's third person behind the back camera. You've got your base building, you've got your combat. It's jumping off of all of the coins that's picking up.
Yeah, that's true. What? Into the pit. Back into the pits. The darkest dungeon. Oh no. Well, that's pretty cool.
Power World developers just dropped another trailer for their
I think I've heard about
game.
this one. I think I've heard about this one.
Have you now?
I've heard about it. I've heard basically next to nothing though.
Oh, okay.
I know what it is. I know zero details.
They put out a trailer for it last year on April 1st. Everybody was like, haha, cool joke, because it's essentially a dating sim visual novel, but like Pal World. And this year they were like, no, but really though, here's another trailer.
And it wasn't April 1st, so they can't. We can't say it was
it's
a
April
long
1st
con joke.
It's April 1st in Japan. It's April 1st in Japan already.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Japan's 16 hours ahead.
That's right.
So it's already April 1st over there. So
should we be concerned?
Yes.
I need to check out these trailers just for the amusements. Visual novels are not my kind of game.
It's not something I gravitate towards, but I have played visual novels that are very good. So
look,
I
like the storytelling because it's all storytelling, right?
Yeah.
But like,
look, a visual novel's a book that you can look at. What's not to like?
Yeah. The limitation is that I can't listen to them at work.
No, you cannot.
It's their games.
That means you have to actually take up non-work time.
Yeah.
To
which I can do. But if I do that, then I don't do something that, like, I don't do one of many things that you've been wanting me to do. Like play through the Trails series. Or play more Guild Wars.
You can, I'm sure you can balance it. You should have you have as much free time as most people. You'll manage.
Yeah, but then I can't hyper focus on my Minecraft Beta 173 world that I've been starting and doing.
173?
Beta 173, yes. The before the combat update. No
Why?
enchanting. No food stacking. Except for cookies.
Why?
Honestly, because Minecraft was slowly becoming something that was just like, I just played through it and didn't slowly like enjoy building in. Like, I didn't play Minecraft. I play a pack, and then I do the pack, and then I get done and I get out. I don't build. I don't enjoy like the exploration. So I'm trying to take my time slow. Why is that healing?
Better kill it fast.
I'm gonna throw it into a pit. But essentially, my idea is I want to do a bunch of builds and stuff, and then when I get slowly bored of it, I'll upgrade the world, and then start slightly new. Like maybe I just wander off with like an inventory of stuff, and then I like start building fresh, and then I like add in whatever gets added into Minecraft.
I mean, okay, but why one like?
Why
does
that one
How
specifically?
does 173? How does 173 relate to the fact that you're doing this vanilla? Why not just the latest version with like a bunch of stuff to do? Is it because
like
you're focusing on the building aspect?
Yes. And so like 173 is the earliest version that I recall actually playing myself. Like I vaguely recall playing an alpha version at some point, but I have no clue what it is. But I remember playing Beta 173, and I figured I could just play that, relive a little bit of nostalgia, build a couple things that I've been meaning to build, like a large cobblestone castle that looks super fucking ugly because it's made out of old cobblestone, and there's no other stone types. And then what I could do is wander off into the sunset, upgrade my world, and then eventually have a museum to look back upon because it would be the same world. And then I could try out new building styles and then integrate the new blocks that are added. Yeah.
I understand. I understand because I did have a server like that.
Yeah.
It is, I think, lost to time. It died with one of my old hard drives.
That's unfortunate. But yeah, that was my idea. And so far, it's been pretty neat. I miss the old diamond textures for the ore that they changed, and gold is nice and buttery instead of deep yellow. Where is this store? Is it before, or is this just the treasure chest?
That just looked like a boss room. You gotta go back.
Oh, Time the chicken out. Yeah. I had ample warning. I just decided not to eat it. But yeah. So Beta 173 specifically because it's the earliest one I remember playing. If I could recall whatever alpha version it was, I would have started with that. Because I remember building a small little hole in the wall and then having to till for seeds. Because tall grass did not exist. And you had to like hoe the ground to get seeds. In whatever version that was. But yeah, I mean, it's been a fun experience. I don't know. I've been feeling like playing on the server again recently, but none of the packs I've been wanting to play have been really great for servers. I kind of want like a forever server to have a bunch of friends on, like just available. But I don't have enough people that want to play such a server to actually go and play it. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I want it to be a small community where like my friends and I play. But I just haven't had enough people wanting to do the same for it to really work. But either way, I've decided to do a solo single player world. And I'm going to build whatever I can. With the limitations that are in the current version of whatever version I'm playing, and then once I either get like tired or complete a couple big builds, then I'll just be like, okay, well, time to upgrade. Let's see what's next, and then I'll do the combat update next, and then they'll add enchanting and levels and stacking food. So because I know stacking food is going to become a thing, I'm currently killing every single pig I see, and then I'm taking all of the meat and putting it in a butcher's shop, like in a basement. And it's going to be all unstacked and all gloriously just sat there for all of eternity. Because I have a bunch of bread and I don't eat pork chops. So eventually this guy's going to have, this butcher house is just going to have a massive freezer underneath the house. That's just going to be full of pork chops because they don't stack and they take for so much space. Because why not? It's funny. I called the building the pork stop. Yeah. And the fun little silly things like that. Also the house is ugly as sin and tiny. For the butcher shop. Why not? I'm building like a church that I can't recall off the top of my head from memory how they're built in the villages, so it kind of looks like trash. But it's old and decrepit, and I found mossy cobblestone from some couple dungeons. And then underneath the church, I'm going to put the nether portal.
Okay.
Because I don't know, maybe the consecrated ground is keeping the nether from leaking through. I don't know. Fun little story things, I guess. So on one hand, it's
are you?
Like, what's up?
You know, there's a chest over there.
I can't tell if this is progress or that is progress.
Well, there's a chest either way.
I just see two gates, and I just think progress, so I go the other way.
Right. Well,
I bounce back.
There's one
like,
right
well,
here, and progress will never force you. It's not. There's no script. You have to exit the level. You'll be fine.
I hate this. Went back. Yeah.
You're just not gonna get whatever that is.
What does this say? You know, whatever. This is
like,
memeing.
Are you just gonna not do it, or
this is memeing, so it can't be progress. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. I'll just do this because I'm here, and I won't keep walking back and forth. Anyway, so on one hand, it's part nostalgia trip and just exploring and building and trying to like build what I can with the limitations. But on the other hand, it's also like a little bit of like practice, like storytelling, building stuff. Because it's like, what if I just come up with some random reason why there's another portal under a church, or like,
yeah, sure,
why this guy's pork shop, butcher shop has like 1 million pork chops in it.
Yeah.
I figured it might be fun and amusing, and so that's mostly why.
Hey, look, you did something earlier in the dungeon on a floor that you can't go
Oh.
back to. So because
I
you
mean, I
did it,
could.
you get the. You,
Pretty neat,
no,
huh?
Well, yeah. Oh, well.
Neat. I did it. Yeah, I've also. Did I ever share with you that someone is making a Terraria mod API?
Yes.
Or not like an API, but like
Yes.
Okay.
Mod pack. Yes.
A mod, not a mod pack, but a way to make mod packs along with their own mod pack.
Yes.
Yeah. It's super cool. I don't know if we talked about it before on the channel yet. Probably.
I don't know about on the channel, but we've talked about it.
But yeah, someone's making like oh, so close. A mod that lets them.
4?
I thought I saw 5. What? What? I thought I hit a 5. Yeah, whatever, I guess.
Nope.
Hit a 4.
Now you have pineapples.
I do have pineapple now. Actually, pineapple? Bingo. Pineapple's next. Better not be durian. Probably durian.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely durian. it's the true fruit evolution.
Yeah, it
Mango
is.
to pineapple to durian.
All right, take a rest. I teleport back to town.
Do this first.
What?
Unless this is like a boss fight or something. But like, there's stuff right here.
Donations welcome. What's the limit on this?
That.
Did I attack it and that was wrong?
Yeah. You close the box.
Oh well.
Okay, that's a boss fight. Now you can go back.
Yeah, level 17. We consolidate food, maybe level up a couple times.
A couple times? I mean, I hope so.
I have this, which will level me up immediately. I have 2 of these, which will probably get me really close to the next level. Then all of this, which will surely level me up at least once more. Maybe
I mean, look,
twice.
I hope so.
I know, me too.
I do hope so.
I would feel really bad mashing my face against this boss. Whatever it is.
Welcome, welcome. Many thanks.
I'd rather not go farm pizzas. Although that is a really good spot to farm pizza. Remember?
Oh, you got another mushroom. Yeah. I think you might be good with those.
Yeah.
Come again.
Let's see it. Oh yeah. There it is. Can you get 7,000 more? There we go. Level 20. That not only was that 1 level, that was 3 levels.
Yeah,
Two levels was I was like, I'm not sure. But yeah, no, you totally did. You could probably farm up more mushrooms as well.
Yeah.
Is this the right spot? I don't think this is the right spot. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, what do I get and how much do I have to toss in? I'd rather know. God. I want to know. I want to know if it's actually worth my time to sit here and mash slower, because I mashed too fast. I attacked the box and close it. Okay. After Trails the Third, it is 0, and then Azure, and then
0.
Cold Steel?
0, then Azure, then Cold Steel.
Gotcha. Oh boy.
Story. The zero Azure story is so good.
I'm looking forward to it. I just need to get through 3, and 3 is still pretty interesting. It's been a couple days.
Three's interesting. Three's interesting.